Maker 4 here. I didn't expect you yet, I'm just resetting my machine. It's a machine I created to help me demonstrate some logic circuits. Or maybe I can teach you some logic. Oh, freak, I still have to fix this thing. I mean, this is like take 4 of this video. It's almost becoming a record. But anyways, I will be creating a small tutorial on logic gates. And I'll be demonstrating some very simple circuits, how they work, why they work, but of course start by the basics. So, logic gates, they basically convert their inputs to something more useful. Of course, different gates have different behaviors. I'll be explaining those different behaviors in this video. Let's start with the AND gate. The AND gate only turns on when all of its inputs are turned on at the same time. Of course, you also have the NAND variant. Each different gate type has an inverted variant, and it will simply be on when its regular version would be off. One of the other type of gates is the OR gate. It only requires one input to be on to be satisfied, while the NOT gate would rather have all of its inputs be off. The XOR gate is the weird one of the three. It is only turned. It changes state with each time I change the input, as you can see. This is because the regular gate is only turned on when an odd number of inputs is turned on. When it's an even number, it would be the XOR gate that's turned on. This behavior is useful in the next situation. Say I have a door and want to have 2 buttons at the 2 sides, such that you can pinch the door from each and every single side from the wall. You can do this by simply connecting the 2 switches to a XOR gate and connect the XOR gate to the controller or your door mechanism. Now, it doesn't matter from what side I press, I can always change the state of the door. Thus, don't have to try and press the button on the other side of the wall. One other behavior of XOR gates is that if you connect them together in a loop and connect a input to all of them at the same time, as long as the input is turned on, they will switch state rapidly. If you turn it off, they will stay in the same situation they ended up in. You can generate one-tick pulses by firing a spot gun to a button, and now the button will create a one-tick pulse. Because these gates will only have one tick to change, they'll change to the opposite state they were in. This is called a T flip-flop, and it's handy in some situations. But of course, you don't want to be pressing this button using a spot gun, because it wastes a potato and it damages the button over time. So instead, you can create a one-tick pulse generator. This little circuit will convert a pulse of any length to a length of 1 tick. It does this by using one property of logic gates, is that it takes 1 tick for their output to change. So as you can see, I connected the button right into this AND gate, and I connected the button also to the AND gate again, except via a NOT gate. What this means is that basically the AND gates will turned on as long as both the button is on right now, and it used to be off 1 tick ago, because this will take 1 tick longer than this connection here. Because of this, a 1 tick pulse will come out of the AND gate, and the XOR gates will change state every time you start pressing a button. A different form of memory is the SR latch. It can set and reset by just the press of a button. Of course, if I keep setting it, it won't reset again, and if I keep resetting it, it won't set again. Of course, one disadvantage of this is that if you press it like very quickly, like this, no, quicker, I can't do it. I'm just lagging too much. Let me just throw it with a spot gun. Here. So if you press it too quickly, it will freak out a bit. Maybe you can just change it a bit to make it be resistant to this situation. After you finish watching one of my other videos, which should show up right now. I hope you click on one of the buttons and watch the other videos. And if you want to follow up on this video with some more complicated circuits and some more complicated tutorial, make sure to press the like and give some suggestions in the comments. I'll look into it. Again, I'm not a very popular YouTuber, so I can actually still read every single comment you send me. Except if you start spamming me, of course. Oh, and if you really want my attention, you can go to my Discord server. Link in the description. That's it for this video. Bye, I guess.